right here. I had to buy a soda after the gym.
Honestly,
Counterproductive, but
in my fridge, there's never any beer. I literally have brisk iced tea, ice,
mm,
raspberry, and I've been drinking Pepsi Zero Sugar. So
uh,
okay,
sounds good to me.
we're live. We are live.
Just finished Moon Knight,
We
the
just finished
season
season.
finale.
Yeah.
And there was a little hiccup on Marvel's page because at first they had called it the series finale and then they deleted it and they
Oh,
resent a tweet and they said season
season
finale.
finale because they want to make
So
more of it for sure.
season two, and just real quick, by the way they ended, I think they are gonna make a season two. I don't see
Most
a movie coming.
Most definitely. And this is a spoiler review slash breakdown. And it's kind of crazy that like we said before, that we got this, and then we have Doctor Strange 2 on technically today's Wednesday, so tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Um,
Crazy.
so, so yeah. And I'm kind of a little worried now. What up, man?
What up? What up?
So I'm kind of a little worried because so far this new phase has not impressed me.
Uh-huh.
The shows have not really impressed me. I think the only one that I really just love is Loki. And I wouldn't even
Yeah.
say I'd absolutely love it as like a series I would watch over and over again, but I loved what was presented. So with Moon Knight, we've been digging, we've been liking. There's some aspects to it that we really like. There is a lot of potential to it. It's a lot different. Cheers. It's a little bit different than I thought we were going into. I thought it was going to be a little bit more grittier, more darker. So we spent 5 episodes and leads to this episode 6, and me and you didn't know what the hell was going to happen.
No,
Albert, this episode was so rushed.
it was.
Absolute, like I told you, I thought I heard that this was going to be the longest episodes out of the
Mm-hmm.
all the series, but
Dude, it
it
was the
ended up being the
shortest.
shortest episode out of this. Like
With
this
the
is maddening.
intro and the credits combined with everything, the episode's 44 minutes, which is
Yeah, this is
take off
mind
like 10
boggling.
minutes. It's only like 36 minutes of content. It's
Mind
crazy.
boggling. It's same with Doctor Strange too. When hearing that it
Yeah.
was going to be the longest movie, now it's just
No,
cut down to two
it's
hours, and the
2 hours,
reviews
6 minutes.
and the
Crazy.
reviews have been saying it's too short. So this
Mm,
episode, oh my god, it might be a bad week for Marvel, man. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think this was the worst episode. I don't think it's like still Falcon and Winter Soldier status, but it's really bizarre. It's really like it's super. It is a rush job. There's some aspects that I like about it. I think the fight scenes are pretty cool.
the fight scenes were dope.
I think when Steven and Mark switched from Mr. Knight to Moon Knight was pretty
Hmm.
dope.
That
Um,
was cool too. Yeah.
the crocodile goddess was awesome. She had like the braids like Predator in the back. I thought the voice
Mm.
fit the crocodile god too.
I
I
was hoping they weren't gonna go with like a super girly voice, the hippo. They went with like something that fit the
it
Ahmed
fit.
character, so I like that too. I'm like, all
If
right,
it
it
fit,
it was more like Khonshu's vibes, where it's like it doesn't sound like a normal regular being.
yeah,
So I like that.
and then Conchu, I think, was the best looking out of all the episodes in this episode. It looked like they
Hmm.
saved their budget for this one.
Oh, definitely they did. Even the hippo
Uh,
looked better, honestly.
I think the eyes is what throws me off.
Uh,
The eyes throw me off a lot. I love this one particular scene when, not necessarily the idea of Mark coming back for Steven, because that was a little bizarre. I didn't think it was going to end up like that, where he was actually just going to track back and go to him. I don't mind it, but I do love the visual shot of him, reaching out, giving him
that was dope.
he's full, and then you see this big light. It kind of reminds
Hmm.
you of kind of like going up to heaven or something like that. So I like that a lot. I absolutely cannot stand the hippo.
It was too rushed though, that part for me, because it was like the last episode ended with him in the field of reeds, and then this episode it didn't start with him in the field of reeds, but when the first time we see Mark, it's like, yeah, he's in the field of reeds, and then he's just like, nah, I don't want this. He turns around real quick,
Yeah.
and I was like, I wish that had a little bit more breath to it. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
there is no there. It's just really cranked up to 11. Like it's like super fast paced, and
hmm
the problem is that you don't have no breathing room. But this whole series, if you think about it, like this is 6 episodes, right?
yeah,
And I think they executed on me caring or liking the superhero of Mark and Steven or the Moon Knight character, but they failed as a series as a whole, as a storytelling as a whole. I think the storytelling of this series, if you look at from beginning, middle, and end, yes, there's some cool ideas, some cool aspect to it, but the finale leaves so much to be desired. It's just a rush job, and honestly, I don't feel like going back. This is not a rewatchable series to me. I mean, maybe some scenes are rewatchable, but as a whole series, it's nothing. It didn't leave a lasting impression of me from me. At the end of this, it didn't make me like scream for season two. It didn't make me care for a lot of the characters other than Oscar Isaac's performance and his character and maybe some of the gods. It really felt so clunky. And what really got me was like, dude, what was the kind of the whole point? Like honestly, I really felt like this was a wasted potential kind of series. And it's not, by all means, it's not atrocious, but it's really disheartening of a series to know that, maybe they needed to stretch this out more. Maybe they need to really kind of like this doesn't I'm gonna keep going back to it. There was a one particular scene where Mr. Knight says and tells Layla, "I can't wait to show you my moves," and he's kicking ass, right, with these like sticks, and he's like doing some knees and all that stuff, and it was so reminiscent of Daredevil. And I was like,
yeah, with the stick.
this with the sticks, and I'm like, this,
Mhm.
but the thing is, I can remember Daredevil seasons. I can remember like this character going through shit, and I can remember the other characters too that they introduced. Like the Kingpin is one of the best villains in there, and I like the Bullseye how they did him, but this is like. It's Disney, and Disney just seems, I don't know what's going on. They should have the writers for you don't have to be a R-rated show, but they should have the writing team to really make you care about characters like Layla. Layla is supposed to be, we're supposed to care about her. We're supposed to care about her transformation, and in this kind of episode, which is super weird because we're good to the ending, but I don't really like. I don't hate her, but I don't really care for her. And Ethan Hawke, what a travesty this character is. This is not a memorable villain. And I still don't get why he puts glass in his sandals. Like it makes it's so odd. And Albert, I'm frustrated because this is once again I don't want to make a video like I don't want to do a video like this. I don't want to keep telling you like, dude, Disney's kind of dropping the ball on these series. Like there's good aspects to it, but it's not consistent. I don't want to keep doing that, but this is what they're giving me, and I'm not gonna bullshit around and say like, "Oh, this is it's great, it's okay, it's like the Mummy, it's all right." It's not like the Mummy. The Mummy's more entertaining and better. The characters I freaking remember, but this series, all I can take away from it is Oscar Isaac's performance. The score was phenomenal in this episode, by the way.
And the
Uh,
soundtrack.
and the soundtrack does kind of like go to places that I didn't expect. That's kind of about it. It makes me want to see more of the character, but have no faith in the writing team. It makes me want to see this character in a team up more than his own series, honestly.
Mm, I could see that. For
So,
me,
yeah, what
it
you
did a
think,
good
man?
job establishing Mark, Steven,
Hmm.
Jake, and
Yes, we'll get to
Moon
that
Knight.
ending soon.
Like I do want to see more of him. And Oscar Isaac, I think we can both agree he's the best thing about the show
Absolutely.
because I mean, you say like you said he's the only person from the show that you care about, right? Like the only
Yeah.
thing from the show that you care that you want to see going forward.
I should say most memorable. Like what I
Hmm.
taking it out of the series. Like he's the character I would pull if I had to pull anybody out of the series to roll with me. It would be Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight for sure.
All right, yeah, I think I can agree with you on that. Layla, she's all right. Um, I don't care about her too much though. Like she's fine, but I could just if she's just in the Moon Knight shows, that's fine with me. I don't need to see her in like a team up movie or anything, right? It was cool though. I didn't realize that her character was Egyptian, and they gave her a little moment where some girls are like, "Are you an Egyptian superhero?" She's like, "I am." I was like, "What the hell? She's Egyptian?" I didn't know that until, but it makes sense. But the her hero like itself, like it was temporary, right? She said like, "Oh, I'll be your avatar temporary."
Yeah, she was adamant.
Hmm.
Didn't matter if it was Khonshu or anybody else that she did
Hmm.
not want to be an avatar. And then you saw all those other avatars just bite the
Yeah.
dust like nothing. So stupid.
Oh my god,
So stupid. So
that
stupid.
so that didn't make me laugh. There's something else that made me laugh, but that part, I was really I was like, all right, it's like whatever if they get defeated so easily, but it's like that they didn't even show us, like they didn't even put up a fight. Like ugh, that shit was annoying. Um, so
Oh,
yeah,
I
that
think I
was
know what part you're
super
talking
annoying.
that made
Yeah,
you laugh because
you
of
wanted to
maybe.
tell you real quick?
Let's do it. Let's. So
All
I'm
right,
gonna guess. I'm gonna guess that the part that made you laugh
uh-huh,
was when the hippo was talking through the avatar and then
uh,
through the dead soldiers or whatever.
no, that made me laugh, but I feel like that was also
Oh
supposed to be
no, it
kind of
did. That wasn't
comedic.
it, dude.
That wasn't it though.
That was
There was a
so.
part that made
It
me
was
laugh
so
that's supposed
bad.
to look badass, and I was
What?
like, dude, that looks funny.
Oh god, yes.
Amit versus Khonshu, the size of the
Oh,
pyramid. Oh man, that looked hilarious to me. I don't know, they didn't have to make them oversized. It reminded me of Power Rangers too.
I don't know if this if you had an issue with like the cinematography on this, like because it was like kind of dark in some scenes, and I'm just like had to
Mhm.
brighten my phone up a little bit more. I'm just like this is kind of a some scenes were super dark, and I was like, what the hell's going
Mm.
on?
No, I
You're
didn't have
talking,
that problem really. The only time I ever had a problem with something like that was Game of Thrones and the Battle of
yeah,
Winterfell, where I couldn't
yeah.
see anything.
I think
And
everybody had a problem with
nothing,
that.
nothing was. It wasn't like I could see everything. It wasn't like that time where I couldn't see anything. So I didn't
I
have a
think
problem with that.
on
But
that
my
scene
favorite
though,
shot
yeah,
was
yeah.
when you see Moon Knight and Khonshu during the daytime when he comes back to life.
Hmm.
Just seeing them in the day, because I don't think we had seen the Moon Knight costume in the day before. It looked really good.
I thought Mr. Knight. I thought that was a great scene. The dialogue between Mr. Knight and then Conchu. I
Hmm.
like that. Um, but
It
going back
showed you
to
that they're two minds sharing a body now. Like
yeah, which
they're
is
on the
great.
same page.
That's what if I'm looking forward to anything on season two, it's that aspect of them switching off like that. You know.
Hmm.
I will say on the gigantic forms they had, I was so confused because you see all these souls right going into the
Yep.
crocodile god, and she's like
Yep.
growing, and I'm
But
like,
how did
okay,
Conchi get that big? Yeah.
right?
I don't.
Just
Is it the
I,
moon? The
I'm
moon
like,
was powering
I'm
up. I
like,
have no idea,
was
dude.
it necessary? Honestly, at that
It
point,
wasn't,
like,
dude.
I was like,
It, and then
what is?
also another like little like to me these are little nitpicks because it doesn't really change the story, but
Mhm.
whether they were small or big, it just looked funny to me that they looked big. But the other nitpick was why didn't Arthur Harrow have a suit? Because he was an avatar, so like he
I don't
just gets
know.
a stick. Like
That's what I
he
was
should have
waiting.
had a suit, It would have been cool. Maybe it was
Well,
too much on the CGI.
when she makes him the avatar, I was like, okay, she's gonna disappear, the crocodile, and
Hmm.
then
No, she stays.
she stays. Well, I guess she doesn't have to. Never mind. She does, so scratch that. But you're absolutely right. Like I was waiting for like him to get the suit,
His final
and
form.
yeah, and if that's not even like crazy enough, like so they do the whole like, well, we're running out of time, so let's I get it's kind of like a big, I guess a big reveal at the end, but
Hmm.
they don't show the other personality Jake until the very end. They just
Yeah,
like
I liked it.
it works, but I was like, it's kind of a it's kind of we'll get to the ending the credit scene in a little bit. Dude, I laughed my ass off when like the hippo was talking through the soldiers and and the avatars,
Such a
especially
bad
the one.
voice.
It's the voice. Yeah, the voice is terrible, especially when the avatar is like Layla. I'm like, oh
That
my
was bad. I
god.
did not like that. Yep.
Oh my god, that's so bad. And then in the beginning of this episode, I'm just like, how is Layla not captured and dead?
Dude,
Like
right? I was just under the impression that she would have gone and captured two right there, but I don't know.
she
Layla's a little badass, I guess. Which, by the
like
way, when she turned into the with her armor and everything, she reminded me of Wonder Woman. I didn't,
I was
I didn't
going to
really
start
see
with
the
that.
last Wonder Woman
I
movie.
was
I
gonna
saw like
start
the
with that.
second half, but didn't
Uh
she have wings too, like a
yes.
wingsuit?
So in Wonder
So as
Woman,
soon as that came out, it reminded me of that. And then she even does the first thing we see her do is this to
dude,
block
what
something.
dude, Wonder Woman 1984, terrible movie, but I actually had a lot of fun with it because Pedro Pascal is like so over the top. But like when she turns into when and her suit's terrible. I think her suit's really bad. Like the gold stuff, okay, cool. Like the wings, okay, cool. But like it just doesn't really look good, you know.
It could
And
have been way better.
it could have been done way better. It's too
Yeah.
simplified a little bit. But when she did
Hmm.
that, that's all I could think of. Like, oh my god, that Marvel was trying to make their own Wonder Woman, and
Yep.
it's not succeeding. Like, don't Marvel, just don't even
No,
like
they,
try to touch that. Like, Wonder
dude.
Woman is an icon for a reason, and like Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman works, even though the movie
Uh-huh.
didn't work. I think the first movie is awesome, but the second movie didn't work. But still, Gal Gadot is really good as Wonder Woman. So, seeing a blatant, and I immediately thought of Kevin Feige, and Kevin Feige's maybe thoughts like, we could do a Wonder Woman. We'll do this, and then we can get this Layla and Layla, the actress. No disrespect. I mean, she's not like a. I like that she's not super gorgeous like Gal Gadot or like an Angelina Jolie or Selma Hayek or whatever. She's very
Hmm.
normal looking. I love her hair. I love like the curls, like because so I like that. I like that. But I think that Marvel casted her because she is like that. She's a normal looking woman. And she you could relate to becoming. That's why that you have that scene like, "Are you an
Yep.
Egyptian
Hmm.
superhero?" You know,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I don't know if it's the actress doing or I don't know what's going on. Like I just I wasn't feeling. It's the writing too. The writing of her character. She's just kind of like she helps Mark and Steven, but it's never like. And the romance is like him being married to her. Like it doesn't really make sense too much when you're seeing the interaction. But that suit and her wings and the Wonder Woman esque, it just did not work for me. I was not
Yep.
a fan. And then when she does her little superhero pose,
Hmm.
and it was the
Yeah.
action scenes were nice. The action scenes were pretty tight. I
The
like the
action
action
scenes were
scenes.
cool. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
have a problem with the action scenes. The only one that I was like was Ahmet versus Khonshu. That's the only one where it just seemed weird, just to me, because they're so big. I don't know, but the action scenes with Moon Knight, Arthur, Alice, and Layla. I don't know. Does she have a superhero name? I don't think so. But
I'm pretty sure. I'm surprised. What's his name? It's not on here yet. Um, but
for real.
yeah, but like, yes. Now I, and then the whole dialogue with the when the hippo does take over her, and they're like they're like going in and out. Like she's going, ugh, and she's back to Layla, and then
That was good
then it's
acting
the
by her
hippo.
part, though. Made me
Good
believe
act,
there's two people.
good acting, but boy, does that hippo's voice annoy the hell out of me. Like it just
Hmm.
what the hell, man? This episode is so fast freaking paced and so much is going on that what else was the okay, so he gets revived.
Um,
The interesting thing though was like they go back, it was so weird because they go back to the kind of like the
that
limbo.
that's what's confusing me.
What
I
why are
still
we
don't
going?
understand it. I still don't
Okay,
understand that.
and we see Ethan Hawke and he's bloody feet, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, time to get out of here." I'm like, "Why are you in there in the first place? You're
Hmm.
done.
Dude, so is
You
that all in his mind
that's
too?
like, is this where he goes in his mind? I'm assuming this is like maybe
Probably.
this is what he has like this is why he has multiple personalities because his mind is breaking, and this is Mark and Steven's mind right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is hilarious that he went back for Steven, if you think about it, because it's literally him.
Yeah.
It's not like a sibling, or it's not a real human being. It's just his personality. It's just kind of him. So him
I
going
think what
back
they're
to
trying
save
to
him.
imply though, it's that there is two souls. So he went
Okay,
back for Mark for Steven's soul because
I can get
that's
okay. I
I
can
think
see
that's
that.
what they're trying to imply is that one body, and yeah, it's like two, three minds, but also they each share a different soul. Three, yeah.
Three minds, and
Mark
I'm
only
not.
thinks it's two.
And honestly, so they teased it throughout the series that there was a third
Mm-hmm.
personality. We see the third person. Well, we know
They
that
tease it
third
again at
personality.
the climax, pretty much.
The third personality comes out and starts killing people. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, Khonshu does make this deal with
Oh yeah.
Steven that, I'll let you go and
Mm-hmm.
blah blah blah. So let's talk about the end credit scene, because originally I'm like, okay, Ethan Hawke. They're gonna show Ethan Hawke at the mid credit scene. Like they cannot, because
Yep.
he didn't die, which is
Yeah.
great.
Now he's in
Which
the psychiatric place.
I was like, okay, they didn't kill Ethan Hawke.
Mm-hmm.
Great, because you know what? Marvel tends to kill their villains, and Ethan Hawke hasn't really showed me anything in the series, but maybe he'll have potential later on. Maybe he'll get another avatar, or a suit or something like that, or he'll become an avatar or whatever. And then we get the Psyche or the crazy house. They take him, and at first I'm like, dude, is that the Kingpin? Is the
I,
Kingpin in that limo?
I thought it was Blade.
Oh, that would have been crazy too.
Just because
Blade.
I've been expecting to see Blade as an after credit scene for this show since the beginning.
Yeah.
So as soon as I saw the black gloves and like the suit, I was like, Blade. And then as they're walking away, you see it's not a black man. So I was like, oh, it's not Mahershala Ali.
It's Khonshu,
It
and
was
Khonshu.
it was Mark that went in there.
No, 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 no,
Um,
no. When I'm saying Khonshu was in the limo,
oh yeah, Concha's in the limo.
Mark,
He looked
Steven,
cool too in the suit, right?
look great. Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
makes
I
real.
was like, hey, I'm down with this Conchu. This Conchu looks dope. Plus, they save a little bit on CGI, I think, because they just have to CGI the head.
So when he says, like, when he's like, oh, Mark and Steven think that, we let him go and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was like, dude, is Khonshu gonna try to like make a deal with Ethan Hawke, and like he's gonna like, bring him
I didn't
back
even
in the
think
fold?
about that.
I was like, is he gonna bring him back to the fold? But no, he was like, oh, well, meet Jake. And then it's literally Oscar Isaac with his little newspaper boy hat and like his little Italian little kind of accent or whatever. And then he's like, gets a gun and he goes, pew pew, and he kills freaking Ethan Hawke. And what would I just say? What did I just say? I said Marvel tends to kill
Yeah,
villains. Stop doing that,
yeah.
because there's potential. And what did they do? They kill freaking Ethan Hawke. Maybe Ethan Hawke didn't want to do anymore. He just wanted to do the series, and that was it. Because he is like one of those actors that likes to do kind of independent stuff. He's having that horror movie come out pretty soon too, and it's very independent as well. But like, I'm just like frustrated, dude. I'm just like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? At that point, why did you know what? Country, why didn't you just kill him right there? Why didn't you just end this right there? There was no
I don't think he
mention.
could.
No, physically he can't. He can't.
Yeah,
No. There is no Layla in the end credit scene. That we don't know what the hell happened to her, unless there was something.
there might have been a deal. Oh yeah, and they didn't show anything with Layla.
No, they
So,
just showed, and this is another where
but
they
yeah,
show freaking
the last
Mark and
time we see
Steve.
Layla, she's still in the suit. Yeah, dude, it literally just ends right there with them in the pyramid. That's
That's it.
crazy.
That's it.
There's no
It,
conclusion.
Well, it ends with Mark and Steven back to square one, and they're in bed,
Oh,
and
right,
then.
right, right, right.
But that's
But
still confusing
they
as hell, dude.
I'm
That's
sure
still
there's gonna be a
confusing.
season two, and they can answer this stuff there. But like, nah, dude, they should have
That's
thrown on
bullshit.
10 more
Yeah,
minutes at the end of this episode
that's
to
bullshit,
conclude
right?
it. You know? Yeah.
Why? What? You're doing a series. You make sure the series is a whole. You make sure
Mhm.
that you're doing series, justice. You don't wait till season two. But like, it's. Dude, I don't know what's with these finales, man. I don't know what's
The
with these
finales.
these last these last episodes, because
Yeah.
it just doesn't work.
The way the last episode was going too, I was really hopeful for this episode to at least be up there, but it
Mm.
was. I'm not gonna say that it was horrible.
It was very
There was,
dumb.
there was dumb things and bad things in it, or not bad, but there's things I didn't like, things that I found dumb. It wasn't great, it wasn't bad. It was all right. Episode 5 is still my favorite episode.
Which is hilarious because you said like the
The
episode
the
before the
second to last
finale is always
episodes
the
are always
best
the best.
one.
Yeah, and then you see it proves it again. So, um, yeah, it wasn't as bad like the finale for me as well. If I were to rank this show with the other shows, I'd say it's in the middle. It's right in the middle. I
I'm gonna
put
tell
it
you, you know what this
above
finale.
Hawkeye
Oh,
and Falcon, and I put it below the other two. Or
you're gonna
third.
hate me for this saying this, but this finale is exactly what WandaVision's finale was. Stupid, really dumb. A lot of fighting, a lot of not making characters doing stuff that doesn't make sense, and a big CGI battle off of this one, and consequences that don't get answered. Honestly, like it's as dumb as WandaVision's finale. I don't like
All
WandaVision's
right, but
finale.
I'll say WandaVision, I give the benefit of the doubt because they were shooting during COVID, like when it was super serious in the beginning. This
Yeah.
one, no, it was filming last year. It was they had a little more leeway and it was still messy. So
Very messy. Very, very messy. The one scene I didn't really like either too was like, why is Layla taking her mask off, pulling a knife out, and about to stab Ethan Hawke? Like, why don't you just leave your mask on? Like,
mhm.
why is it just because the
It's
script needed
because
it?
of the actors' contracts that there needs to be a certain amount of face time
I
in each episode.
know. If you don't
Yeah,
believe us,
even with Oscar Isaac or with Mark and Steven in the final battle, when they would be without his mask when he was talking to Layla, it's like, bro, keep the mask on.
totally, totally saved the Moon Knight, just Moon Knight stuff, action stuff to the very end for sure. You got more Moon Knight, Mr. Knight in this as well, but
Hmm.
something just felt odd. It
Oh,
felt like out of
also, what do you think
place.
about him being able to fly? Because we hadn't really seen him flying. I don't
I,
think so. I feel
I
like he
didn't.
was. I
Yeah,
liked it. It looked
I
cool.
it makes sense.
Yeah, because Khonshu's a dead bird, so like it
Yeah,
makes sense that he could fly.
yeah. I didn't
Um,
really notice that Contra had like that big old half moon on his like chest, which is kind of
mhm,
cool.
mhm.
Um, yeah, it was
I
fine.
kind of
I
want to
didn't.
see what Khonshu looked like before he was like dead, because Amit kind of makes a reference to it, saying like, "Oh, time hasn't treated you well."
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm
and
curious to see that. Like, I don't think we'll ever see it, but it's just curious. Maybe in
I'm
the
curious.
comics.
I'm curious to see the other gods too. And it just made me think though, like,
I'm still pissed that the gods died so easy, but the other gods that they have right there on the wall, yeah, I'm curious to see those guys
well,
because we
no,
didn't
no.
see Anubis, we didn't
Well,
see
those
Osiris.
did the gods die though, or just their avatars?
The avatars died. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but the gods are still good.
no, I
The
think the
the
god too. No, because they were
no
saying to kill Amit, they needed to kill Harrow right there. Isn't that what they were saying?
Can gods really just die like that? I thought they were immortal.
I have no idea.
I don't know. You might be right though because they did like that was the whole big point, right?
That was
And
at
they
least
both
maybe it
must.
wasn't to
They
no. I don't think it
no.
was to kill them.
I
I think it was to
think.
seal them
Oh, I
for
don't
like
know. Well, he said they both must die, so maybe they are
yeah.
supposed to die. I don't know.
I don't know, but they were doing some weird trap around him, so maybe they're not dead. I hope they're not. Still though, I don't need to see those gods if they're gonna be that weak.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested. I don't know. There's really like, what is this? And this doesn't really benefit the bigger picture at all either. It was definitely a smaller scale show,
Hmm. Hmm.
so there's no big cameos. There's no big surprises that there were like when this big old huge ass crocodile god is so huge. I'm just like thinking like, and what everybody else is thinking like, where's the Avengers? Where's like
Yeah.
other superheroes? There has to be more superheroes than like in Egypt than Mark and Layla. It's or mutants. There should be mutants, dude.
I
Apocalypse.
feel. I mean, th- you have. I don't know how far it is from Egypt. I don't think. I think it's pretty far, but Wakanda. I think Egypt's like
Yeah,
North Africa, and then
yeah.
Wakanda. I feel like is middle or south. Then I wasn't expecting anyone to come out.
No,
Um,
no, no, no. I wasn't either. It was just like, a
yeah,
thought.
it
Because
is
we
a
always
thought.
have that thoughts, like, the world ending event in a smaller
Mhm.
scale movie, but we don't get any help. We only get like two people to come in or something like that.
The only part in the whole series that I really like was thinking about that was when they were reversing the night sky 2,000 years. I was like, can everyone see that, or just people right here, or what the heck?
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like
But
the big celestial in Eternals.
I feel like even Doctor Strange at that point would be like, "Yo, what the heck is going on here?"
I'm just, what else is there? That's kind of about it, honestly. It's very, it's a lukewarm finale. It's not something that It's not something I'm gonna go back and watch. Like a lot of these series, a lot of these Disney Plus, I can't go back and watch it. I just like even Loki, like I'm just kind of one and done because there's so much content that they're freaking putting out that I
Mhm.
have to like, I'm just like saving myself for like all this other stuff. So like so Moon Knight is done. I like the character. I would totally get his pops because I love the suits. I think what's great is Mr. Knight's suit is awesome. Moon Knight's suit is awesome, and
What do
just
you think
overall,
Jake's suit will look like? You think he'll be
he's a
the
little
same suit
Italian
as
man.
Mark?
He's a little Italian man.
Imagine. Oh
He's gonna
man,
have a little bow tie. Dominique the Coco. um, I don't know. It's
we'll
it's it's
see.
nothing for me to think. Like I honestly don't care thinking
Hmm.
about Jake yet because they really just teased him through the whole thing.
Well, I
And
have a question for you.
yeah,
About Jake. Was it him all along? Like, remember in episode one where what's his name? Steven was like in that hillside thing, and when it would show that thing where he's like he loses consciousness, and when he wakes back up, everyone's dead, and we were all saying, "Oh, it's Mark, it's Mark." Do you think it was Mark, or was it even from way back then? Was it
well,
Jake?
obviously Jake is way more brutal and just
Hmm.
freaking destroying. And those scenes were brutal scenes. Like everybody
Yeah,
was
because those guys
dead.
are dying. Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it was Jake.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I'm assuming that too now, which I didn't think. Like, it's crazy to think that they were pretty much teasing him from the beginning, but everyone just thought it was Mark, right?
Dude, did you think that was gonna be like? Because they went back to the asylum, I'm just gonna chalk it up as like it's all in Mark and Steven's mind. Like that's where they go when
I
they.
feel like, yeah, we should just say that because it helps me make more sense of it.
It makes that's the only thing I could think that makes sense. But did you think
Hmm.
like for a minute they're like, oh shit, they did pull the rug off underneath us when he kind of just goes back and he's sitting down with Ethan Hawke until you see the blood and you're like, oh, never
Yeah,
mind. It's yeah.
yeah.
For a minute there, I was like,
That's-
oh, they did go
yeah.
that route,
I turned to my brother and I told him I'm confused. And then at the very end, when they wake up in their bedroom, I was like, did any of this happen? Was this all a dream? I said, like, I'm just,
Yeah,
I'm not-
but until you hear
and
like Mark and
and then I
Steven
saw the two
interact each
fish
other.
too, and the two fish were confusing me because I was like, why is there two fish now? This whole time, honestly, watching this episode, I was thinking more than not that the different personalities were like different multiverse universe versions of him, and that's what was happening. I don't think that
Uh,
anymore. I don't think that anymore.
that would have been a
As-
cool idea though.
But while watching, I was thinking that I was like, is this why it's coming out so close to Doctor Strange? But no, it just comes out close to Doctor Strange because that's it just happened to be like that.
Yeah.
Same with like the Mar or Miss Marvel coming out close to Thor. Like, there's
So
not going to be any
so
overlap.
is that the next series is Miss Marvel, right?
Miss Marvel, yep.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. I mean,
Miss
who knows?
Marvel, and
Who knows though?
then I don't know what
It
comes
could
out
blow
after
my
that.
mind. It could blow my mind. It could be really fun. It really feels like
I just
a
need it
little
to be
bit of a
fun.
John was it John Watts or a little bit of a homecoming kind of vibe to it. So maybe.
Yeah.
Um, but this series is it's not doo doo. Like I would recommend watching it because of the just Oscar Isaac performance.
Mm-hmm.
But
And good
it's
action scenes.
is it really warrant on the action scenes though?
It's
There oh
enjoyable.
no, they're okay, they're good. Yeah, they're good. Um that's it, man. Like I don't know, like I don't know what to tell everybody. Like it's okay. It's fine. It's not like it's not as it, if you had asked me if this is your if I if you asked me, right? If you asked me, like, what's better? So we'll go Marvel versus DC real quick. What's better,
Mhm.
Peacemaker or Moon Knight? I'm gonna do Peacemaker. Peacemaker was more fun. It was more enjoyable. Like James Gunn actually produced a really good, fun series. While this fun in its own right, but it just really clanky. And you know what? Peacemaker's finale was a 10 times better than this. Even like what else was on this? I don't think really any series I really watched here lately. Wait, did we have a? We didn't have a Marvel series. What was before Moon Knight? It was Loki.
Hawkeye.
Oh my God! I keep forgetting about Hawkeye. Jesus, that's how much I did not care about Hawkeye, and I was the one that I was hoping it'd be good. It's fine. It's gonna be. I'm gonna forget about it. You know, after a while, I'm not gonna touch it on a Disney Plus app. I'm just gonna probably watch Star Wars: A New Hope again or something like that. Um, yeah, Albert. I mean, until the next, like, well, first of all, until Doctor Strange 2, we'll get
Doctor
a
Strange
cat
tomorrow.
tomorrow, and then after that we get Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel. I'm not sure if it comes when it comes out. I believe it's June, and then
Okay,
Thor in July, and
yeah,
then Black Panther way down the line in November. Disney Plus shows. I don't know, but I
She-Hulk.
never mind. I think I was gonna say. I was about to say. I think they're gonna have an event where they announce what their next lineup is, but I was getting confused with Xbox doing that. So no.
I thought they did release like their lineup too. I don't know. We'll
They
see.
might
I
have.
mean, I mean, we might get some X-Men or something like that. Well, yeah,
Well,
we're
I
getting
know
X-Men animated
Echo.
series. Oh God, yeah, no Echo.
Yeah, X-Men animated series is this year too. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know if Echo's this year or next year,
Mm, mm.
but I'm
Oh well.
assuming there's gonna be three more shows this year. So the Marvels, all the Groot shows coming out this
Oh,
year,
the holiday special
and the
too.
holiday special.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
they're
All
filming
right.
that right now.
Okay. Well, we got some more to talk about, but overall, Mr. Albert, Mr. Marvel Albert, I just am like I'm feeling right now, tired of a
Mm,
lot of the stuff they're producing. I'm hoping that Doctor Strange 2, I'm seeing the reviews, but I'm hoping that I enjoy it at
I
least.
saw
Like I
one
really like
review,
it.
and the guy said that he liked it more than Spider-Man.
Whew, that's a big one.
Yeah, I
That's
know,
a big
and
one.
he said that it's not a perfect movie. None of the Marvel movies really have been perfect,
Yeah.
but he said that because he's really picky on Marvel movies too. He said that it's one of few Marvel movies that he enjoyed the whole way through. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's 2 hours and 6 minutes, so I feel like it's gonna
We'll
be
see.
action packed.
We'll see.
Yep.
Moon Knight. Let me know what you guys thought about the series. Are you guys gonna go get the Funko Pops? This and that. It was good. It was good overall. It could have been so much better, but overall it was
I
okay.
I
It
feel
was
like it
okay.
could have been better if it was a movie. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have a movie. Let's do a
Just
movie.
a two hour movie, 2 hour 20 minute movie. Moon Knight could have been better.
Yeah, give me was it the Moon Suns or whatever
The
the
Midnight
Midnight
Suns.
Suns? Give me a Midnight
Yeah.
Suns. That'd be kind of cool. All
Yep.
right, Albert. We say we're gonna get out of here a little bit early today. So, but
Yep.
that's kind of luckily this was like the shortest episode of like all the of the MCU
Dude, our little
shows.
podcast right now was longer than the episode. If you take
Hmm.
out the credits and the intro.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
All right, guys, we are gonna head out. We will be back here. I will be dropping a Doctor Strange 2 review and spoiler review, and then we're gonna be back here breaking down everything that happens in that movie because it's gonna be bananas either way. So I'll be joined by Mr. Albert here, and then I'll be joined by we're gonna be try to be joined by Overdue Bobcat 50 Chase because
Hmm.
he so all of us are watching it tomorrow, so we'll try to get our schedules lined up. So all right, guys.